So we're going to move on to our second speaker, Katarzyna Mikulska, who is based at the University of Warsaw in the Faculty of Modern Languages. She's a philologist who specializes in Central Mesoamerican religion, divinatory codices, and the writing systems they use. And today she's going to talk to us about a very interesting topic with a really great title, Where the Cosmos Was Rubbed Away, Mesoamerican Divinatory Practices and the Manuscript Organ 20.
Yeah,
So,
thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much. So we travel now to ancient Mexico, and I will start with presenting Mesoamerican divinatory practices, common in the whole Mesoamerica. First of them was interpretation of natural signs, such as comets or other signs, as you can see. Another practice was to read signs produced on or by human body, like this measuring of forearm. Another was divination with throwing mace or any other grains. And the next one is the use of divinatory or hemerological codices, which are all these books that we call codices. And Mesoamerican divinatory codices, they are based on calendar of 220 days, which is composed of 13 numbers and 20 day sign. And they are hemerological. That is, they classify or determine the day according to the monthly qualities, or better to say, according to the divine influences on these days or bigger periods of time. And they functioned for a lot of things. They would be used to determine the inclinations in the future of the newborn child, to see matrimonial auguries, to determine good days for offerings, for travel, for harvest, or determine the origin of illness. But in the divinatory hemerological codices, there are also these cosmic diagrams, which seems to have another function. And I call them cosmic because, in a sense, they show the world, or rather the universe, the cosmos, how it was thought of. Okay? And importantly, there is always this basic calendar is inscribed within it. Like in this case, in this diagram, let's say the first day of the calendar starts there at the bottom, down there, yes. Then past 13 days past, we arrive to next sign, which is the beginning of another period of 13 days. Then we go to 13 days more, we have another sign, and then 13 more days, we go to another period of time of 30 days, and then we go back to this side of the diagram with the 5th day and so on. So basically, the movement of time is like this. So we can see that the time is inscribed within this diagram, and this diagram also represents the cosmic directions. I don't use the word cardinal directions because it's not exactly the same. Okay. So yes, in these diagrams, the time is inscribed within the space, and in a sense, these diagrams serve as a kind of epistemological tool to grasp the world order. And we have many of them, of these diagrams of time and space, like this one that we just saw, another one, which is the agricultural almanac, also organized in 5 directions, including the center. We have another ones, like this one, which is offerings in the temple. It's organized in 4 directions, and another one in 4 directions. Importantly, always in this organization, there are 2 axes, yes, east and west, which these directions are kind of similar to each other, but they are opposite to another axis, which is north and south. And independently how the diagram is organized, we can see this X form organization all the time, which is a chiasmic organization, yes, and there is plenty of this play on chiasmic symmetries or anti-symmetries involved. Chiasmic meaning like the letter X, yes, and let's check it if it works, okay? But before that, a word on the images of the gods, how they are composed. Let's see.
You're good. You're good.
These images or representations of the gods, they are composed of meaningful signs. It's kind of like mosaics. Some of them are glyphs, some of them are onomástic glyphs, some of them are logograms. And importantly, the identity of the god is the composition is composed by these signs. And there are no two the same equal images in the codices. They always change a bit. And when the signs change a bit, the identity is also changed already. Okay, so let's go to this agricultural almanac in a diagram. As I said earlier, it's divided in these 5 directions. And in north and south, we can see the sky represented as a sunny sky. And in west and east, we can see cloudy sky. And in the center, it's a combination of sun and night. Okay, let's see them closely. So the sunny sky is represented as an extension of the glyph of the sun. So it's like this, okay? The sunny sky is like shoop, okay? And it's the same sky, okay, in this axis. While in the west and east, we have this cloudy sky represented with clouds, okay? We have another axis. So what's going on with the maze, with this and that sky, yeah? So we can see the maze growing in the north and south, in the east and west, and if we see closely, we can see that the maze growing in the west and east, below this cloudy sky. The maze is growing merrily, everything is fun, it's good. So this is like a fertile, positive, benevolent axis, yes? While below this very hot sky, the maze is attacked by insects or other animals, and it's dying, okay? Not growing. So we see this chiasmic arrangement here and how the axes are like. The north and south axis is like, is dangerous. It's connected to the death, okay? It's not to say bad, okay? Dangerous. Okay, let's go to offerings in the Thames diagram. It's called offering in the Thames because we see the gods bringing incense to the temples. And we start to see with the temples. I just choose a few signs to show, okay? But we could talk about all of them. Okay, so yes, I wonder what's this red thing. Okay, in the east and west temple, we have this bird. In the north and south, we have another bird. Let's see them closely. Okay. And in the east and west temple, it's a quetzal, which was in Mesoamerica always a symbol of richness, of luxury, of prosperity, and even today the Guatemalan currency is still called quetzal, okay? While in the south and north we can see, the X, the positive axis, and in south and north we have an owl, and the owls are the symbol, they are the messengers from the world of the dead. Okay, so again, this is this dangerous axis. Now, if we see the gods there, in the east, we have the god of sun, Tonatiuh, and in the west, Sintel or maize god. Even if we look at them like visually, we can see that they are of similar color, bright yellow, and they are both on this positive axis, let's say, but benevolent. The maize grows well when the sun is operating, provided that is rain. That is rain, of course, as well. While on the other axis, we have the Lord of the Dead, Mictlantecuhtli, and it's Lakoyuki, who is the god of the frost. Of course, the frost is a danger for the maize, and it's the opposite of Tonatiuh. This is how the chiasmic arrangement works. Yes, similarities and opposites. Yes, like this. If we look at the gods now on signs composing their images, in the representation of Tonatiuh, sun god, we can see this glyph of the sun, which is his onomastic glyph. In Sinteos, maize god, we can see his onomastic glyph, the maize. But if we go to another axis, move. Okay. So here, this cup of the god of frost is filled with obsidian pattern, but obsidian is like kind of synonym to knife, okay? And it encodes the name of this god, which is literally curved like obsidian knife, okay? It's curved like obsidian knife, okay? And then if we go again, these things, okay, in the face of Mictlantecuhtli, the god of death, we can see exactly the same pattern. Okay, so again, this axis south and north, they are it's dangerous. It's connected to the death, to cold, to place of knives at this point. I mean, this is place of knives, the north. Okay. Okay. Also on the same axis, the gods have this nocturnal sun glyph. And in order that you believe me, I need to show you the whole process. This is the glyph of nocturnal sun placed there, which is the place to put onomastic glyphs. But this glyph can be inscribed within the feather crest. Okay? But we see the same elements, like these circles with the black circles, which is wider, red rays, and starry eyes. Okay, and another version, which is here, gets reduced, but it's still here, and also here. It's the night. The glyph of nocturnal sun, which is here. And nocturnal sun, as opposite to the diurnal sun, is on this axis of south and north. With this in mind, we go to the codex I want to speak about, which is codex, so-called Aubin, because it belonged to Joseph Aubin. Now it's in Benef. It's a big sheet, or rather divinatory board made of leather. It's probably, most probably, comes from Mystic area, though maybe it's like on the border between the Mystics and the Nawas and the Giyuwa church. Yeah, okay, over there. This is for Mesoamerican. Looks like this, yeah, and looks like this. Okay, and it's divided also, it's a cosmic diagram divided into 5 scenes. With the center one, the scenes belong to particular cosmic direction. I will explain later how we know it. And the center is nearly completely erased. There is a calendar count of these 260 days going all around the codex, and part of it belongs just to every particular scene. If we start here with the day 5 lizard, okay, which is also the name of this god here, calendric name, and then we have this spacer that substitute the days, the symbol of the days, because it's quicker, shorter, and so on. Okay, and then we arrived into another sign, which I will show later. Okay, each scene, as I said, is a world direction. Here is indicated by the glyph of rising sun, but also each scene is placed on Mistec topograms or signs for place names. Okay, and in this case, it's sun. Okay, so it's for the east again. There are signs of war in every scene, and a couple. So we have 5 couples or pairs. As for them, they are warriors, which are in Nahuatl. We know their name, they are Macuiltonaleque, and the name includes the number 5. And the calendric name, number 5. And this is his name, as I said earlier. Yes, 5 lizard, it's him. Okay? And then the women are literally offerings. This is the name also in Nahuatl of the neighbors. Okay? And they also have their calendric name, always with number 1. Okay? And the Cihuatateo are deified women who supposedly, who died in the giving birth. So we have the names of the ladies. Okay? This one is erased, but we can count it. And we have most of the names of the gods. And the calendar round goes like this. Okay, we start with 5 lizards, then there are 51 spaces. Together it's 52. We arrive to the date 5 vulture, which is the name of, I'm sorry, of this one. Okay, this gun. Okay, we add 51 spacers. We arrive to 5 rabbit, which is the name of this god. Okay, then 51 spacers. And we arrive to 5 flower, which is the name of this one. Okay, 51 spacers. We arrive to 5 grass, with here. And then we come back to 5 lizard. And age is right. Okay. So we can see that the whole calendric cycle of 260 days is inscribed within this diagram and within these cosmic directions. Okay, and now let's see some elements of all the scenes. In the south scene, we can see that both he and she, on their faces, we can see this skeletal jaw, indicating that they are dead. Okay, okay, walk with south, as we saw earlier. Okay, also he has this band of skulls on his head. He has this shield with crossed bones and another skull. Here is a temple made of bones and other human remains. Another skull is there, and even in the topogram, we have these hearts. Okay, the Zandu hearts. So everything works. Yes, this is like what we have seen already for the south in the diagrams. Yes, the word of death, the place of death. But if we see her closely, in her adornments up there are plants. Okay, and if we see the lady from the north scene on the same axis, she also has plants, like white plants in the dangerous, cold, and infertile axis. Okay. Otherwise, they behave as they should. They both have this nocturnal sun glyph. Yes, that's good. But now we stay with North Scene, the lady from the North Scene. She has this unspun cotton band and this, what's the name? These things to spin cotton. Spindle. Yes, over there. Yeah, so if we go back to this diagram that we already know, in the south, in the west is generally place or direction of women called Sincalco as well, Cihuatlampa. And here is the place where the goddess with elements of cotton and instruments for spinning cotton, okay? So why this change? Then the lady in the north scene has this element. Okay, let's go to east scene. We know that this is the place east where the sun rises, but then we have this row of knives, okay? And in order to believe me, this is how the knife is represented, flint, not obsidian, flint, like this, okay? So we have this row of knives, And also the lady on her skirt has a row of knives, which I suppose is her onomastic belief as well. And we have a confirmation for this from Mr. Codex Selden with this lady, which has also this edge of flint knives on her garment. And one of her, a part of her personal name is knives. Okay. Okay, we go with the guard, and he has two knives on his head. Okay, so why the East has features of the North, which is the place of knives. Okay, moreover, yeah, he has this mace representation, which is okay because I mean normally I would expect it in the West scene, as we saw earlier, but West and East they are kind of similar, so it's not so much disturbing. Okay, but there can be something more disturbing, like this skull on his forehead, and it's placed on some in this way that it must be his glyph. I mean, it's not natural. Yes, it's like, I'm your glyph. Yes, yeah, I'm your name. Yes, and yes, why a skull in the east? Okay. Interestingly, I found an explanation for this one, I think, because the god of sun in Mr. Codices, which is extremely rare because it's rising sun, his calendar name is one death. Thank you, one death. Okay, but yet, if we look at everything, we see that there are signs that correspond to the characteristic of this of the axis where they are shown, like all these skeletal bony elements in the south. Okay, nocturnal sun in the north, in the south. That's okay. Yeah. Maze in the east should be rather in the west, but it's not so bad. Okay. So we understand this arrangement. It corresponds to the previous diagrams. But then we have these elements like knives, okay, in the east, or that should be in the north, okay? It's like going there. And then we have these cotton elements that should be in the west, okay? And then we have these plant elements here and here that should be in the other one, okay? So it seems to me that it's because we are dealing here with the gods Makwilton Aleke, the gods of number 5, because they are these agents of change of time. And I will show it on another, not diagram, this is a chart from Codex Borgia. It shows 5 cosmic directions with very complicated scenes. They are composed of smaller scenes. Of course, there is this calendric count of 260 days. No, sorry. Yes, also up there. Okay. And in every of these scenes, there is a god with the number 5 included, and they appear with their names. Okay. So if we see the first one, okay, his name is 5 earthquake. Yes. And then in the east, okay? But if we see the north part, in this nocturnal sky, there is the same sign, earthquake, okay? So this earthquake belongs already to the north, but it's kind of announced by the god with the number 5, okay? And then other days are where they should be. I mean, other days after the earthquake sign. But it's important that this sign occurs on this nocturnal sky. It's kind of like preparation, okay, for the time to begin. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Then we see this one, which is 5 wind in the north. And then in the west scene, again, we can see on nocturnal sky the sign of wind, and then the rest of the days. Okay, in the west, here, we have 5 deer, and in the south scenes, the same sign occurs as this beginning, this preparation for time in this direction, in the south. Okay, here is the deer. And the last one, yes, it's 5 grass, okay, where it appears, yeah, here it is. Okay, at the beginning, because the time goes back, okay? Yeah, here it is, okay? So we can see that these gods, in a sense, yes, in a sense, announce a change of time. They are like just on this edge before something changing, yes? Or another visualization could be like this, yes? Because they operate in every 4 directions. They just change, okay? So I would, what's more, and that is why I think they can have these elements, the scenes can have these elements of the following directions, which are a few of them, but they appear. Moreover, who are these gods, Maquiltonaleka? What else we know about them? From 16th century sources, we know that they were patrons, gods of writing and painting, which was the same activity, weaving and embroidery and games of chance. All these activities were results of equiloa, to write and paint together, okay? And all these activities are the result of work with hands, okay? That's why they are covered with hands, yes? And particularly on their mouth. But mouth, the hand is also indicating number 5 because of 5 fingers, okay? The visual effect of this work with hands is a visual arrangement or an image, including the games of chance, okay? Like everything we can see. Then in 17th century accounts, we have some miraculously, there are some prayers, also called spells from villages. And when the ritual specialist performs divinatory practices basically to find the origin of an illness, in which in this practices his work, his hands are at work, he would call Maquiltonaleke, the god's 5. And these god's 5 are the fingers, and we know it because of the description. He describes them also as the ones who have these like pearl faces, like the nails, nails, or they have a common patio, which is this one. It's like beautiful, yes. And the 5 of them is the hand. Okay, so. I go back to these divinatory practices, which are still in use, throwing mace, as the Maquiltonaleke are, in which Maquiltonaleke are involved, because it's the hands throwing mace. It's still a live practices in some communities in Mexico. The serviette on which the grains are thrown is the representation of the war, okay? Or the table is the representation of the world. These are from Zapotec community photos, pretty new. Okay, yes, like this. And going back to our codex, we see this erased center. So for years it was supposed, or it was said, that the codex is so destroyed because of it was folded, yes, and definitely there is a fold here, and then it was folded again, so it's destroyed along these folds, but the center is much more destroyed, yes. So my idea is that it was used for throwing grains or maize or whatever, yes, in the past, like today, and the cosmos was just wrapped away. Thank you.